Jai Gurudev. Hopefully you have all done your homework from last week's Narada, which was Narada Bhakti Sutra for Love Knows No Conflict. In that, Narada gave you different techniques to be able to drop the conflict and again come back to the center. That is the only way, he says, that you can be calm and relaxed. Yeah. This week, he goes one step further. In Narada Bhakti Sutra 5, love is pure communication. He goes one step further and dissects and tells us exactly what is the root cause of these conflicts in our relationships. So let's look at that. He says to make your love divine. How to make it divine? There goes the first sutra. Yatha Vrajya Gopikanam. Just like the gopis in Vrindavan. But how to be like gopis in Vrindavan when my wife or my husband is the creator of conflict in my life? It's so difficult to have divine love for him or her. For this one person who's creating these conflicts in my life, it is so difficult for me. So he says that just like the gopis in Vrindavan, they had pure love for Krishna. Yeah, for them he was this mischievous little kid who would come and steal their clothes from the riverside while they were bathing in the river. Yeah. He was a mischievous little kid who used to come into their houses and steal the butter. Yes. So yes, he was the root cause of conflicts in their lives. Yeah. Still, they loved him. They looked beyond those conflicts. Yes. Just like the gopis of Vrindavan. You make your love pure. And how to make love pure? That he tells us in the next sutra. Tatrapi na mahatmya jnana vismritya bhavapadaha. Even in the emotion of love for Lord Krishna, vismritya, na vismritya, they did not forget the mahatmya jnana, that he is great or that he is really divine. Yeah, they had respect for him despite the love for him. So why is Narada putting this? There is a deeper meaning. The deeper meaning is when we have respect, we don't have love in our relationships. And when we have love, we don't have so much respect in our relationships. Yes, Gurudev told us that. So let's look at that a little more in detail. Make a list of all your relationships right now. Yeah? Your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your siblings, your relationship with your spouse, with your kids, with your friends, with your family. Make that list. Yes, right now, make that list, a quick list. And just see, in all these names that you are writing down, is there both love and respect? Yeah, somewhere there is love, respect is lacking. And somewhere there is a lot of respect, but there is a distance. Yeah, it is love from a distance. So recognize this. When I put somebody above me, yeah, I respect that person, I look up to that person, but there is not so much of a connection with him. There is more of a distance from that person. Yeah? And look in your own list. There are people who are below me. Yes? For such people, I look down upon them, as in not in a condemning manner, but they are lower than me. Yeah, maybe the younger kids of the family. So there is not much respect there. Are you seeing this? Here, love is lacking. Here, respect is lacking. Yeah. When you see somebody as an equal, yeah, at the same level, then you have both love and respect. Yeah. And you will hardly find a relationship in that list that you just made where you have both love and respect in equal quantity or equal proportion. Correct? Yeah. Why? Why is it so difficult? Let's take the most simple relationship, which is the closest to you, maybe your spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah. With this person, you should have the love and companionship and the respect of the one at the same level. Yes? But why is it not there? Too much love. When there's too much love, yeah, you want to be so connected. You want to be with the other person. Yeah? You don't see a difference between I and you. And when you don't see that you're so connected, what happens is that you start taking the other person for granted. There is no acceptance of that person being as he or she is. It is more of you are with me or you are like me. And when I get so close, yeah, there is no acceptance for his or her space. There is no acceptance for his or her opinions. Yeah? That is where love suffers. Yeah? The respect gets lost. And sometimes if in a relationship there is a lot of respect, then what happens? There is also a lot of distance. Then also what happens? You do not have a good communication. Yeah? For pure communication, yeah, love and respect have to go hand in hand. Yeah? That is pure love. And love is pure communication. Yes? Your communication breaks down whenever you oscillate between the upper and lower levels with a person. Even though he may be of the same age and at the same level, but in your mind you put him either up or down. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah? That's where communication breaks down. That is where a distance appears. Yeah? But love is pure communication because it is communicated from heart to heart. Yeah? So now look at your relationships and analyze. Are there conflicts in your relationship? And why are these conflicts there? Is it because either there is love and no respect, or is it that there is respect and that has distanced you so much that there is very little love? Check. Yeah? That's your homework number 1. And how do relationships grow? Guruji told us so beautifully. First there is an attraction. Yeah? Then this attraction at the physical level gives rise to lust. You want to be with the person is lust. Yeah? It's not love directly in the beginning. In the beginning is just a want to be with the other person. A want of appreciation from the other person. This is lust. Lust generates and increases, your attraction grows even more. And then when you find it difficult to achieve the person, then what happens? Longing begins. Oh, I want to be with him, I want to be with him, or I want to be with her. That aching begins, that desiring begins. Yeah? then you start appreciating all his or her qualities. You like everything about him and or her. Yeah? That is how love begins. Love begins because of that certain distance. Yeah? And love grows and flowers and blossoms. Still there is a little bit of distance. A certain distance is maintained. Till that time there is a lot of love. Yes. The moment people come too close to each other, what happens? The respect is lost. And when the respect is lost, the clashes begin. Yeah? This conflict between love and respect. Love needs no distance and respect needs some distance. This is the basic root cause of the problem in most relationships. That is why relationships break. Yeah. So he says, like the gopis of Vrindavan, who had a lot of bhava, a lot of love for Krishna. They never forgot about how great he was. Yes, they always had love on one hand and respect on the other hand. They balanced love and respect. So you cultivate that in your relationships. Yes, both love and respect. Yeah. The second thing Narada speaks about today is love and lust. In love there is 2% lust, and in lust there is 2% love. Yeah. He says, no, if somebody goes to a prostitute for a long time, even there some love will come up. At least 2% love will come up. Yeah. Why? Because in love you want to be so close to the other person that wanting to be physically close is a very natural thing. Yeah, like I described to you, the Brahman is just as if it's a huge magnet, and imagine this Brahman manifested Purusha and Prakriti. This Purusha and Prakriti are in different permutations and combinations, and they are made of the same magnet. So obviously they are all attracted to each other. They want to be with each other. They want to be close to each other. Yes, that's just magnetism. Love is exactly that, wanting to be close. Yeah, and therefore 2% lust is a very natural thing. Yes, but when this lust increases more than that, that is where the negative aspect of it comes in, where it is all about you give me joy. Yeah? It is all about my comfort. It is only about me. Yes, that is where your lust has taken over. Yeah? Lust is wanting, it is demanding. I want to have, I want to receive. There is no question of giving the other any comfort. Yeah? There is no question of thinking about the other person. Yeah? It is very selfish. Yeah? Lust is nothing but stimulation of the body, and love is stimulation of the soul. Love is the stimulation of the heart. Yeah? So recognize this aspect within your love, that there is a little bit of lust, but has it gone beyond that? That is homework number 2 for you. Yes. You check, has your love gone so much physical that it's all about getting pleasure rather than giving comfort and love to the other person? This is your homework number 2. That's where the next sutra comes in. Tada vihinam jaranam. Jara is a prostitute. Yeah. if your love is vihin, is devoid of divinity, yeah, devoid of wanting to give comfort and love to the other person, yeah, when that divinity is lacking in your love and your love has become completely selfish and just lusting, I want you, I want this, it is all about my comfort, then your love is like that of a jara. A jara is a prostitute. So homework number 1, check within. Have you tipped over to the other side? So automatically your mind will now question that, oh, in my relationship, should I not have lust at all? He says no. Yeah? You do not have to put something down, yeah? But neither get totally engrossed and super excited and lost in it also. Yeah? Anything in life has to be balanced. It's like walking on the thin rope. Neither do you bend over to one side nor to the other. Yes? You have had sex for lifetimes. Yeah? From the lifetime of a microorganism to an insect to an animal to a fish to a human being. All the lifetimes, the basic instinct has been of sex. He says, now rise beyond that. Yeah? Recognize that it was a part of this magnetism, this divided purushas to be wanting or thirsting to be that one Brahman. Yeah? Recognizing this, understanding it, go deep within in meditation to be with that purusha. And there you will see this thirst of yours getting quenched. That thirst that did not get quenched for lifetimes can be quenched in samadhi, in meditation. Yeah? One moment of samadhi is equal to 1,000 times the joy of sex. Yeah? Just being within, just being established in that purusha takes you away from this prakriti, yeah, and makes you centered. Ananyata, yeah, oneness, where there is no other, that is ananyata. When you are just dissolved in that ananyata, that complete stillness of mind happens and the heart and the mind are aligned. Yes. And there you find that rest. You abide in the self. Yeah? So rise from lust in your relationships to the higher form of sex of the soul. Yeah? Uniting with the Purusha is that only, the sex of the soul. So rise from physical sex to the divine sex. Yeah. Guruji gave you another story also about how pure the gopis' love was for Lord Krishna. It was not lust. Yeah. It was total love. For them it was not that piece of Prakriti really. Yeah, it was the presence of that Purusha. Yeah, the gopis would sit near the window waiting for Krishna to come. Krishna would come and go also. Yes, but it was not the piece of Prakriti that was so important to the gopis. Yeah. They were dissolved in meditation, in samadhi, in uniting with that Purusha. And that happens in Bhakti Yoga. Yes. Where you see that divinity in a god, a guru, yeah, or somebody like Lord Krishna, yeah, the higher consciousness. Yeah. So move away from the physical lusting. Yeah? Narada says, otherwise your love is just like that of a prostitute. So move away from this physical lust towards the divine sex. Yeah? Homework number 2. Look within. Check your love for your beloved. Is it 2% love or is it 2% lust? And how will you know whether your love is 2% lust or 2% love? Yeah? By checking whether your love is for the comfort of the other person, yeah? Or is it all about me and my comfort? Is it me first or is it you first? Yeah? That will help you answer that question. Yeah? When there is true love, no, even God can feel it. Another story which Guruji told us about Lord Krishna is when he had a headache, what did he ask for? The dust from the devotees' feet should be put on his head. Then only the headache will go. Yeah? And because it was a sin to put dust on the Lord's head, nobody wanted to take the sin. But the gopis who had that pure love for Krishna, they said that we don't mind so many sins and so many more lifetimes as a punishment. You take all truckloads of dust. They had so much love in their heart for the beloved that they could not see any kind of discomfort in the beloved's eyes. Yeah? Is your love like that? Yeah? That brings us to the next sutra. Nasteva tasmin tata sukham sukhitvam. Means the sukhitvam, the gopi sukham was in nasteva, in nothing else but in his sukha. Who is his? In Krishna's sukha. Yeah? Like that make your love. Is your happiness in the happiness of your beloved? Is your love that pure? Or is your love selfish? No, I should be happy first. Then he can or she can be happy. Is it like that? You check. Homework number 3. Do you give love and comfort to your loved one? Or do you only take love and comfort from them? Remember, love and lust are 2 points of the same spectrum. Yes? But still they are 2 points of the spectrum. Na? You have to walk in the center, right in the middle. Yes. And one of the most beautiful points that Narada talks about is expression of love. Are you expressing too much love? We do that, no? Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, darling, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. You're suffocating your loved one. Yeah? Check, are you really doing that? Yeah? You do not need to over-express and topple over to one side, nor do you need to actually suppress your love. Oh, I'm not going to say I love you. Yeah, it's not even that. Yeah? A perfect balance, a golden middle path is essential. Not too much expression and not too much suppression of love. So check, where are you in your own relationships? Are you expressing too much love, or is it too little that the other person does not even feel it? So let's revise. Yeah? Today Narada spoke about very beautiful things. First he spoke about love and respect. Both are required. So you check your relationships. Are both there? Is there enough love? Yeah? If there is love, is there enough respect also? Do I accept the other person as he or she is? Do I honor his thoughts, his opinions? Do I give him or her their space? That's one. Two, in my love, is it 2% love or is it 2% lust? Where am I on the spectrum? Yeah? Have I gone too much towards lusting? Yeah? Do I think only about myself? Do I only think about receiving rather than giving? Yeah? And then even if I'm giving, is my giving conditional? Sometimes I give love, but in the mind there is an expectation to receive something in return. Yeah? You are still lusting. Lust is not just the physical lust, but lusting for somebody's compliments, lusting for somebody's appreciation, lusting for somebody else to pat me on my back, lusting for somebody else to say I love you. You see this? Lusting for somebody else's attention. It is all lust. Yeah? Very important to check. Number 3, what will help me in checking is, do I want to give love and comfort or do I only take love and comfort? Yeah? That will really help you understand where you are in your relationships, and it will help you improve your relationships. If you think that, oh, I landed up too much in taking, even in the mind of there is a subtle expectation of receiving something even while I am giving love, then it is not pure. Yeah? It's become a business deal. Let me drop this businessman kind of mentality here and just give love unconditionally. Yeah? And the 4th important thing that we learned is about expression of love. Yeah? Am I expressing too much or is it that I'm expressing too little? Yeah? Let me come to the center. Yeah? These 4 points you apply this week to your relationships. Yeah? With your husband, your wife, your beloved, yeah? Your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is. Yeah? Even with your parents, even with your young ones. Is there unconditional love, where there is no business, where there is no want of, I want even respect? That subtle want of even respect is doing business. No want, just unconditional love, pure love. And where there is pure love, there is pure communication. We are at the same level and we communicate from heart to heart. Yes? Narada Bhakti Sutra 5 clear? Yes? So see that you do your homework and I will see you next week. Jai Gurudev.